Hello and welcome back to Eva's House of Spirit. For those of you who are new to this channel, as I often say, I'm Eva, and my intention for this video is to talk about the main topic of the question of magical sharing. But before I get into that, there are a few other things that I did want to touch upon. The first thing is something kind of unfortunate. After posting my last video, I went back to see how it was doing, clicked on Video Manager, looked at it, and I saw the dreaded yellow $sign. The video has been unmonetized. It is deemed not advertiser friendly. Obviously, that didn't make me very happy. I went in to try to click the little box to have it manually re-reviewed, but there's something wrong. I don't know what it is, where exactly the problem lies. It didn't matter if I used one browser or another, because I have a few different browsers on my computer. I just kept getting a server error or something, this server error message. So I wasn't able at all to ask to have the video re-reviewed. So it's just going to have to stay that way. But I do want to say that while it is discouraging to encounter something like that, I've decided I'm not gonna let this whole advertiser situation silence me. I'm not gonna stop making videos. Monetization is not the only reason that I'm on YouTube. Yes, it helps. It's something helpful, to be able to make extra income where you can. But I just want to assure you all that I've come to my decision. I also wanted to touch upon the topic of some fellow YouTubers within our community that, for various reasons, haven't been around. Some have gone on hiatus for various reasons. Some have left entirely. Some have disappeared. And I don't know what happened. But I wanted to say to all of the YouTubers who are not with us right now, whether it is a temporary not with us or whether it is a longer term not with us, you are all missed. And if you could come back, it would be totally awesome. And I want to say, though, I do understand that sometimes people do need to step away and just, sometimes you just gotta do you. Sometimes you just gotta do you, baby boo, But blessings and well wishes to you all. I did want to share something really cool that I discovered today. Walmart now has skull candles. This is a good size skull candle. Look at how awesome that is. And this, in my area, retailed for $4.98. But depending on where you live, it may be more or less, because obviously the economies are a little different depending where you live. They had white ones, and the white ones I think had like some shadowing around like the details in the face. It was like I want to say, I think it was like a brownish hue of the I guess you could call it contouring in the details on the face. And then they had ones like this, same size, whether it was white or black. A lot of witchy shops, they sell skull candles of this size, give or take around this size, for, at least I've seen in my area, it could be like $8 to $10, depending, So when I saw these candles for $4.98, I went and I picked up two, because that's a good deal, and I try to get a deal where I can. Okay, so now that I've mentioned, folks, go get your skull candles. Go to Walmart if you happen to have one near you, and if you happen to work with skull candles, and if you happen to like deals, go check those out, go get those. Now I think it's time to move into the main topic of this video, the question of magical sharing. I wanted to talk about the debate concerning whether magical practitioners should or should not, depending on whose opinion, um, whether they should or should not talk about or share in regard to their practice and their path. I can sort of understand both sides of the debate. I can understand that some people feel that some things are just personal and that some things sometimes lose their power, I guess you could say, if you tell about them. And then I can understand the other side of the debate where some people don't see anything wrong with it. My opinion is, I think it's okay to share some things. And let me explain that. I do agree that there are some personal things that you may want to keep personal. When I share things on this channel, this is not the extent of everything I know. By no means is this the extent of everything I know. Just going to say that. But I'm sharing things that are not super personal, things that I can afford to share without having any sort of issues or problems. Some workings that I do, depending on what's going on, I won't talk about, particularly when I'm doing them. Now, if I've already received results and it's done, sometimes I may refer to the work, depending. I do, however, believe that sharing is important because that's how we all learn and grow. If nobody shared anything ever about their craft, nobody would learn very much at all. But also, I think some things maybe shouldn't necessarily always be shared because some things you kind of, I don't know if everyone's going to agree with this, but I feel like some things you kind of have to learn from experience. I feel like part of a really well-rounded magical education is learning through trial and error as well on your own and making discoveries on your own that are like, wow, oh my God, you know, amazing epiphanies, amazing discoveries that like you never maybe heard of a certain thing before, but wow, you tried it and oh my God, it worked amazingly, you know, things like that. Do I think that every discovery should be hidden? No. I think depending what the discovery is, sometimes I think sharing can contribute to the evolution of magical practices and paths. You know, again, if nobody ever shared, nobody would ever really know anything. At least I think. You know, I feel like sharing a lot of times too, it helps to validate a lot of maybe personal experiences that we ourselves have that maybe we question sometimes or aren't sure about until we hear of other people's experiences that are like similar or maybe even the same. And then we realize, okay, this isn't just a case of personal gnosis. This is something that's a phenomenon because other people who I don't talk to have come forth and have shared about that thing, whatever it happens to be. I think it really comes down to the individual, but I don't think that everyone should go the way of not sharing. I think if everyone suddenly closed up like a clam and didn't say anything, that would be very bad for our overall community of magical practitioners. So these are, I guess, my immediate thoughts on the subject. I would like to hear from you all. What are your thoughts in regard to sharing versus not sharing? Do you share things from your path or practice? Do you never share? Are you just a total open book? Like, what are your thoughts on that? I would love to hear that in the comments. If you have any questions regarding an aspect of this exploration, this questioning in regard to sharing that maybe I haven't delved into, feel free to ask those. I'm going to try my best to answer those. And with that, I'm going to wish you blessed be an Ashe. You have a great day, and until our next exchange, until next time, bye-bye for now. And fingers crossed that this video doesn't get demonetized.